Prayer is so powerful. That is one thing that has gotten me through so many things. And I will say it opens up possibilities. There are times when, my mind and what I know and what's available to me is only limited.
Yeah.
Actually, prayer is what led me to figure out what was actually going on with me when I was going through my health crisis and
Mm.
finding out a very rare disease situation that happens through prayer and being woke up in the middle of the night with a word in my head that I had no clue what it was.
Uh,
And that led to figuring out what was going on with me.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I'm excited to be here today. And if you follow me, why I'm excited, because no matter where we are on our journey, entrepreneur journey, real estate journey, business journey, we are all at different places. And even if we're doing the exact same thing, there's still nuances that make what we do different. And so, I love to hear from people about their journey because we are learning and growing together. And if you follow me enough, I'm always slipping in some kind of quote about regulating your nervous system or censoring or something. And if you don't catch it, maybe I just tip my hat. So you do catch it even more now. But I'm excited because I believe me and this person are aligned in so many different areas. And one of her strong points, she's for the buyer. And one of the things that she want to do is regulate the buyer's nervous system. And man, if that don't speak volumes to me, because I'm always trying to regulate my nervous system. But I love it. I love what she brings to this space. She is a holistic wellness practitioner, or better yet, a life design strategist. And so, investors, heads up, eyes open, because I believe she's going to really give you some nuggets today. And so I want to welcome Miss Whitney Fallon. Miss Whitney, how you doing today, ma'am?
I am doing great, Quinn. Thank you.
Absolutely. So glad you're here. Thank you for being here. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to dive right in. I would love for you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. Give us a little bit of an origin story, kind of how you got started into the space that you're in. We love the hero's journey. We love origin stories. And also, if you don't mind, tell us where you are in the world geographically. We seem to really, really love that. Just put people in spaces around the world, especially when people find out, oh, she's right next door, and they want to reach out and collab. And so, again, what's your main focus, your origin story, and where you are in the world? So, Miss Whitney, you have the floor, ma'am.
Alrighty. So I'm going to start with where I am in the world because that's a big part of my story. I am a 13th generation Louisvillian, which sounds really weird, but it basically just means I'm from Louisville, Kentucky area. Lots of our family have been in this area, have built up this area. I've been a big part of building spaces in the community for very many generations. And then I decided I wanted land and moved across the river to Indiana. And so really close within there. And I think to kind of share more of what I'm doing lately, it makes sense to go through my story. So I went through my own health crisis during COVID, working in the hospital as a nurse practitioner, and I lost my job.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
It was a time when they weren't able to accommodate what I needed, and I had to have this surgery. During that time, that transition of, I don't have a job, I have to have this big surgery, pay for insurance, it was emotional wrecking. I had this vision to start a business, and to do that on your own when you're going through something tough, it's kind of like, I don't know. Reached out to a friend who was in the financial services industry to say, what do I do with my retirement account? How do I manage things, moving forward? And that's when I got a glimpse of the educational piece of educating people about finances and the options that are out there to help support people. And I fell in love with it. I started out more of as a referral partner, started up my own holistic wellness practice during this downfall time, and started doing direct primary care, some more mentorship, coaching, meditation, different things. But I still loved the financial aspect of things. I fell out with a company I didn't feel aligned with for a while, prayed about it, got into a new company and fell back in love with it again, sat down with families. And some of the families I sat down with, they wanted to become homeowners, but they were struggling. They were self-employed, so they didn't really show stable income. They had put a lot of their business stuff on credit cards and then was in credit issues, even was paying super high interest for car loans and different things. So they just felt like they could never get ahead. They're getting ready to have their third child. So renting, in a
Mm,
two-bedroom doesn't really work out when you have three kids. They wanted to stay in their same community that they were in, but there were no available rental homes in the area. And it just broke my heart. I was like, there's got to be a better way for this. So I started praying, started researching, doing different things. I ended up going to a real estate investing class, and my mind was just open to tons of resources and support for people. And it just magically aligned with some great people. And actually, the verse of that day was, "The wise walk with the wise." And it was just super powerful for me to get that connection, with that resources to help more people. And that's what birthed the home ownership transformation program. And it's a program to help people who are struggling with real estate issues, to help them to be able to navigate what are their options, what solutions do they have, how can we do this in a process. And, sometimes it doesn't always look the same for each individual person. It is very much independent based on that unique person's situation, but doing it in a way that doesn't trigger them. When people are going through pre foreclosure or different things, they're getting the knocks at the door, they're getting bombarded with all these mailers, and all that does is stress them out even more. And they freak out even more of what to do. It's more of a relationship, with these people to help them navigate through those situations, do it in a calming way to help them be the decision maker and not feel forced into what they have to do, but giving them all their options and resources to support them where their goals are.
wow. Thank you. Thank you for taking us on the journey. Thank you for the origin story. Thank you for walking us up to what you do now. Whitney, I have a saying that I say probably every podcast, definitely at least for the last month or so. I say destiny has no wasted moments, right? Meaning no matter what we go through in life, destiny has a way to fortify who we are now. And I was just listening to you know, 13-year generation. I can't even say it. I can't even say it. But the 13 generation,
Luvillian.
2 million. But you already know from pre-podcast, I be trying to get stuff. Like, I don't know why my brain not working today. But I'm nurse practitioner. I had to make the pivot within that. And you went to just educating people, loving to educate people with finance. I love how that scripture, the wise walk with the wise. And so you have had some moments within your destination. And so I would love to know, what have these moments taught you about you? Has it taught you resilience? Has it increased your faith? Has it challenged your faith? Has it taught you discipline? Like, what has these moments taught you about yourself?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Oh, it's taught me so many things. Definitely the resilience piece of that was huge. Just to regulate my own nervous system. I mean, going through the ups and downs of life and crazy things that happen, but even more so, the impact that it made to my faith. I mean, I've always been a Christian and grown up in crazy house of Catholic and Southern Baptist, two very extremes. I was trying to figure out more of like, when these things happen, what resource out there? And prayer is so powerful. That is one thing that has gotten me through so many things. And I will say it opens up possibilities. There are times when, my mind and what I know and what's available to me is only limited. Actually, prayer is what led me to figure out what was actually going on with me when I was going through my health crisis and finding out a very rare disease situation that happens through prayer and being woke up in the middle of the night with a word in my head that I had no clue what it was. And that led to figuring out what was going on with me, led to figuring out alternative solutions to heal my body. And the same way, with solutions and helping families that are going through situations. Sometimes I don't know it all, and I own that. But God knows way more than I do. And He's has some magical powers to connect things and make things work out for the good when you believe in it. And that's the powerful thing. Like, you have to believe in it. And so that really challenged me to let go of my mindset of being stuck on that, that even that money mindset of things, to really just let go of that subconscious wiring that was in my brain, that safety net, to know
Mm.
that God's got my back no matter what.
And as you talk, so many things come to mind. And I was looking up a scripture as you talked, and I'll say that in a second. So many things you said when you talked come to mind. I guess I'll read the scripture now. It's Proverbs 11:25. And as much as I quote scripture here, I think the first time I ever read a scripture. But it says, Proverbs 11:25, it says, the generous will prosper. Those who refresh others themselves will be refreshed. And I think it's an amazing thing how you talked about prayer. And I believe that prayer is a therapeutic method. I believe there's a reason why the Bible tells us to pray without ceasing, because when you do that, when you constantly communicate, you're kind of self regulating. And I think that the Bible has been putting therapeutic methods out there for us. And now we're just realizing, oh, it's therapeutic. So many people, and you said, Southern Baptist background. I come from my dad's a pastor, been pastoring for 45 years. So I come from, that black, I wouldn't say necessarily charismatic, but just like predominantly black kind of movement. But I went to a school, in a white evangelical school. So I was always in this kind of dichotomy, or just like this position where it's like I was fighting for my identity, because one kind of told me to be this way, one kind of told me to be that way. But when I started doing therapy, I started realizing, like, dang, there was a lot of therapeutic methods in Bible that God was really trying to get my attention, and prayer was one, like that constant communication. And Dr. Caroline Leaf has a book. It's called Switch on Your Brain. And at the beginning, she gives a statement that
Wonderful.
science is. You know the book?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yep, I
Yeah.
actually gave it to one of my homeless friends recently because it's so powerful.
Gave
Yes.
it to, I gave it to every dude in my circle. We started a book club in my circle. It has changed our life for like the last 10 years. And so when she make that statement that science is just now catching up to the Bible, and so I say that to say, I find it not strange how prayer found you. And I find it not strange that you're in a position where you want to help people and refresh people because you're actually running a kingdom play. Is that when you, as a prosperous person, refresh others, you in return will be refreshed. And I would tend to say that's probably why you find so much satisfaction in what you do, especially having been in other fields and where you are now. I'm sure it's so rewarding because you are refreshing others. You are helping people get into homes that they never thought they can get into. You are helping them build legacy for their family where they just did not know where to start. And so I'm kind of just delving down on how I knew this conversation was going to be a great conversation. And I appreciate the levity that you bring to the show and just being able just to talk this talk very openly. I told you a lot of times I'm sliding things in, but it's refreshing just to be able to just talk these different principles that guide our life. And you just kind of want to bring it to other people like, hey, I'm not trying to be spooky. I'm not trying to be deep. But one thing I know is when you help somebody else, in return, you're going to be helped yourself. I think we all probably can relate to that, you know? And so I really appreciate you just talking the way you're talking. Sorry to take up so much time, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, like just a couple weeks ago, I saw this church and I sat and I prayed, about this church when I was looking at some other properties that were for rent or some land. And I thought about this church that that I've gone to a couple of times locally who's been looking for a new space. And I didn't know really where they were at in that journey. Totally forgot to send it to them. Prayed about it multiple times throughout that week, and then I messaged the pastor's wife with a picture and was typing my message, and she says, "Well, we already got a purchase agreement on that church." Said, "Oh, yeah? God's already working, and we didn't even talk. Like, it's through the ethernet that it's working, right?" And they're having, some issues with credit and funding and stuff like that, and so it's naturally opened up those conversations, but you know, you never know what is going on or what's about prayer. That connection to people and resources and support has just opened up so much, connecting with some nonprofits, to be able to help them create more hunting trips for veterans who are disabled, and connecting with land leases and things to help expand their nonprofit, looking at some other nonprofits that help women who have been sexually exploited or abused to be able to have housing, transitional housing, sober living housing. There's lots of ways of God showing and shining light to ways that things need to be improved, volunteering at what I call the housing challenged community. Just hearing their stories, just sitting and listening to someone's story, you can learn so much about what's going on really around your community, and seeing it from a different light. I know, like in Indiana right now, they're going to make it illegal to sleep on private or public property. So a lot of people are going to be fined or put in jail for not having a place to go or feel safe. And so it just breaks my heart to see the people who are struggling, who went through a medical issue that just wrecked their life or went through a divorce or a bad situation, and they're trying to rebuild, and life just keeps life in and just keeps knocking them down. And just the power that we have to come together as a community and listen and support and help each other grow.
So well said, but also just so heartbreaking to hear. Yeah, it's so heartbreaking to hear. Let me ask you this. What is your next real goal for your business? What's the next real goal? Like, what are you looking to solve?
I guess the next big goal for me, is really to align some other team members too, that can be a part of my team that is in this like-minded space to be able to help grow this, to be able to help people step into homeownership, to be able to have stable places to live that helps improve their nervous system, helps improve their life. So partnerships, looking for team members to help on the financial mentorship side of that as well, to help mentor these people and navigate the options and resources that they have. That's the next big layer of that, to be able to help more people who are navigating these situations.
Yeah, I love it. I think you're already finding success, and I believe you're going to continue to find success. I believe that people are going to continue to find you. I think you are building something, and I know the right people that are supposed to find you will. I believe that's just kind of how the way this kingdom kind of things work. Like, seeking, you're going to find, knock, the door is going to be open. And I just know if you stay the course, continue doing what you're doing, create the foundation, the atmosphere, the people that's supposed to come will come. And I believe you're going to have the team you need so that you can continue to be successful and just continue just to refresh people. And I know as you continue to refresh, you're going to continue to be refreshed. So, Whitney, listen, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, how can they get in contact with you, ma'am?
So there are a couple different ways. One, people can always reach me by text, 502-362-3111. That's the easiest way to kind of be front and center. The other ways, you can definitely find my website, www.wellnessrenovation.com. If you do a little /HOT after that, you can learn about the Home Ownership Transformation Program a little bit more in detail that way. I'm also love collaborating and speaking, and I'm actually collaborating with another podcast host called the Millennial Thoughts Podcast, and we are doing a whole series on real estate and the home buying experience. So that will be launching soon. And so you can also check that. That will be on my new YouTube channel, Wellness Renovation. So that will be the start of that. You can check that out there. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, Whitney Fallon. You should be able to find me that way.
I love it. Well, listen, Miss Whitney, let me say three things to you. First, thank you for your time. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, so thank you for your time. Secondly, thank you for your story. I put a premium on stories. I believe stories, and you've mentioned how, letting people tell their story, how the impact it can have. And I share that with you. I believe stories have a way of planting seeds in people. We may never see the growth. Somebody may come along and plant and water that seed, but you plant a seed in somebody that can have an abundance of growth later on. So thank you for your story. Lastly, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your mindset and bringing that mindset to this platform. I greatly appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Listen, y'all heard Miss Whitney. Look into the show notes, get in contact with her, check her out. Definitely make sure you are subscribed here because I keep promising you, we're going to keep bringing up amazing people just like Miss Whitney. So, ma'am, thank you again. To everyone else, have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.